a lane swap, but Fnatic actually just going to answer with its own carry in the top side and go for the Aurora.
And I'd be curious because the Aurora really deals with good with melee matchups, but against the Varus, this will be really interesting. I remember, wild. And when he's going up against Alvaro, who is this new player for the past couple of years coming in with big expectation, he's got a big shooter feel, especially when Mickey gets a double crash down. Razork's coming in, only level 4. Super holds on to Summoners, gets a root back, but it's not a root. His flash now gone, the all-in there. Razork hits him and flashes, gets out with the last auto securing. And just as we hype up Mickey, he does. I mean, he's got some great laning stats, as you can see. This Korean import is doing wonders too.
Nice job from MKOI here, though, to push in and get the control over River to contest this dragon. And Fnatic just not really having the control that they wanted. Steal from Mickey with the smite, though.
Mickey just walked in! 200, if that.
Also the roam from Oscarinin. So he ends up pushing in that bottom wave and moving up. So multiple members of Fnatic in the vicinity. So don't feel comfortable, but here we go.
They're going in. Remember that Galio Heroes End is going to be a one-tap in. They're going to find Razor, but it's cancelled. He got cancelled through mid, so only the MR shield as Elyoya brings in the sun with the Crescent Guard. Hits Razork to slow the feathers as well. Monkey run, but Monkey can't go far. Super going to get the root down, the first on the board for MKOI.
Nice turnaround from MKOI.
But like, I'm just surprised that the Varus and Aurora top hasn't been more explosive. It's been about thought. What would you expect? Mickey gets a double stun up with the Magna Storm. Alvaro returns as though the feathers fly, and where's the damage? Upset, autos, helps out, Super dies, but now here's Elyoya getting a double spear as well. He's have to 1v3. Crescent Guard comes out, but the low mana on Upset, he's just autoing. That's all he can do with lethal tempo, so Elyoya will survive.
Too many members of Fnatic still left.
Why am I surprised that Fnatic just keep playing through bot? Look, he's here again! Shattering Strike, crash down. Alvaro tries to save the play with the boomerang coming back in. Super might be dead again. Razork lives here. This is his home.
You can see it there at the bottom of your screen. Just help. Scale.
Oh, I was meant to say scale. I already messed it up anyway. But you said it. You know, that's where you fill in my...
Scale.
Yep. Perfect. All right, we are a...
Duo?
Yeah, we are. See, he reads my...
Sandwiches.
That's right. Well, meanwhile, Fnatic on bot turret. After Dragon goes down, it's 2 dragons. It's plating for the Sivir. Trying to defend their place of honor as Alvaro sets up. Galio Hero's entrance good, and Mickey crashes down his Magna Storm on his dying breath as the Cyclone kills Super again, but this time Elyoya is none the wiser. He comes in, trying to fix the play with the Winds of War, and the spear out. It's a double over to the Spanish legend.
This time around, Jojo was able to make his way down to the bottom side, and that's the different
measure with Oriana. So yes, yeah, no, he comes back around, I guess. Looking at the minimap, he's just there. Cyclone in, Jojo. Will he find an escape? His ulti not there. Shockwave brings him back in with the Cyclone damage as well. Bonk on the head, it's a kill. Over to Maiko.
Jojo thought he got the win and ends up extending too far, and that time around Razork had to sneak in behind him, but once more Mirwin,
it's a between worlds again, and Mickey, they're just repeating it, but this time Mirwin has no escape. Dagda called the flash, and Mirwin goes down in a crash.
All right, scrap it. Fnatic would have raided on both sides, but MKOI want to try and win in the mid lane. Immediately place that Rift Herald. Mickey's starting to sneak in behind. No ult on both Razork and Mickey will make this
huge win for Fnatic. Movistar KOI had to just pick up the pieces of whatever was left, right? That mid lane seemed to be it, and as that turret goes
really
down...
contest some of this bot.
So they need to start grouping up then. Reed contesting the vision is not a one-man job. Alvaro just going to poke his head in, but he drops nothing of his own. Elyoya going to lens. They both do, in fact, and junglers face off across a wall as Dragon now spawns.
Both TPs for Fnatic not up, though.
Oh, quickness comes in. Rather, it's just a Cyclone. Razork finds 2, and Super has to kite back yet again. Elyoya is now isolated, though, bringing the Galio. He'll survive for now. It's a bait. It's a glorious bait. And now Jojo gets a clean sweep. Mickey a great engage, but his damage is dead. When you need a man, you call down. Yeah, we've had 1 cancelled in the game, but the other 2 have made or broken the fight, and most of the time, it's in MKOI's favor. Dragon goes down, they stop it.
But Fnatic just trying to play off the window where Jojo doesn't have an ultimate. Will have to TP down. He's going to look for the reset. I imagine complete his second item and then try and come into the fight.
Mickey misses. TP comes in. Alvaro slowed down at 4.8k. Outercard is a big throw maybe, but with the Magna Storm, the Shockwave, a singular. Oh, it's not great for Fnatic. And Mickey goes down, and all of a sudden, the fight looks good for the Movistars again. Poby gets Alvaro, but the Outercard goes to Elyoya. That's simple for MKOI as they snatch what was easily taken. The most sizable lead alongside Elyoya, who in this game, he wasn't the one getting off the initial ganks, but his response, his counter ganks, are really what sees the first 15 minutes of the game from being on the brink of despair.
Yeah, I mean, look, when to crap. Like, Super was 1 of 4. He wasn't having the best of times, but now that he's managed to pick up a bunch of... Oh, hang on.
I talked about him. Is he caught out? Double Cyclone with the flash committing onto Mirwin, who has no escape. Chains of Corruption slows down the play, but Mickey matches the flash and pulls the magnet in. Upset will take 1 as MKOI are lured away. The play is done.
Yeah, nice job from Fnatic. Should be able to now move back down towards this bottom side, just again punishing the fact that Jojo didn't have a TP, so attacking the part of the map that in theory MKOI thought was stronger.
Are they really going to lose anything from that, though? I mean, Mirwin did...
Yeah, so MKOI fighting off of that mid-wave, trying to make sure they can push it in.
Alvaro commit, misses, still has the quickness up. He finds Chovy, who has to flash away into the back of the fight between walls with a shockwave. Catches 3! The greatest of some time might be in time. LEC dives from the burst. Fnatic hold on to 4, but MKOI got blown away by the faker protege.
Chovy got out of there in the nick of time. Just as the engage comes through, the flash away, the follow-up isn't there, and MKOI overextend. And then when it comes towards the Mickey having a couple of trips up towards that top side, it's really starting to extend that lead. Here we go.
Onto Jojo, a heal as well. A taunt comes through. They're chasing a Galio. That's 3 members down, and On the Hunt is now on pause for Upset.
The TP comes through from Mirwin, though. MKOI thought that might have been a bit too far coming through from Fnatic. But I think if you're Fnatic, you're pretty happy with that. You now have the teleport advantage and can try and play through us.
Boy, Hail of Arrows is good, though, from Mirwin. As you said, that TP advantage is big, but if MKOI makes something of it, it's even bigger for them. Good burst here from Oscar Rinnen, trying to poke through the brushes as MKOI get curious about what lies ahead. The ball out from Chovy as well, getting zoned away from mid as Fnatic at 27.5 minutes will finally find their mid lane turret.
They should be able to now swiftly move across and start to establish a bit more vision here. But
LEC, it's great with the Crescent Guard. He's waiting, but they bring the Galio in yet again. Onto Mickey only, but it's enough. Chovy is down. LEC out the back of the pit is trying to force away Razork, and he does that successfully too. Mickey gets low, but Fnatic are left with 4, and MKOI have the advantage.
These snap engages from MKOI are starting to pay off now. Again, we said once those flashes are down, you're another target, and Chovy, who's first on the chopping block. Baron now wants to follow.
Oscar Rinnen, it's up to him. We highlighted him a second ago. Level 16 here, he can snap it himself, but the engage comes first from Movistar Koi between worlds to get out of there, but Jojo's landing and waiting as Alvaro jumps on in. Razork gets to run for his life as well as Mickey gets to disengage out, but he gets rooted in the process. His Magnet Storm is defensive, but it won't mean crap as MKOI slam down Fnatic again.
I don't think MKOI can go for the Baron though. Chovy up in a couple of seconds with TP, so it will be Mickey giving his life to stop MKOI taking that access to us.
Who we got?
So I'll have to see how that one is going to try and continue forward, but everything almost back up here for Fnatic. I think that's going to make them significantly more threatening. Mirwin trying to get that push onto the top side, and you can see a lot of infrastructure set up on that bottom side to give MKOI the vision that they need.
But now GA picked up for LEC, so even though he doesn't have his flash, he can still commit and stick around to buy a little bit more time. Worth mentioning here that 80 carries are on towards their 4th item here, is doing a lot of damage. On the Hunt, pop by Upset.
And the ultimate from Mirwin as well.
And he gets burst between worlds. Oscar Rinnen has done a good bit of damage. Going in is Jojo, wins a 4 to complete, but he's already punched his way in. Mirwin is low. He no longer has flash, and Fnatic have control of the Baron side river.
So Mirwin immediately popped the ultimate, but Razork cloned back over the wall, so it was only the clone that got hit by the chains of corruption. And now they're trying to split the dragon for the Baron, and Fnatic are calling it.
Alvaro needs to get in now at 8k. Even though the dragon goes down, they have no AD carry. Fnatic need to rush this before the whole cavalry arrives. Yoya is zoned out. The enemy jungler can't get anywhere near Fnatic on this. Baron is secure. It is done. Razork gets the smite, gets out, but over the wall. Jojo flashes, finds only one, but it's the most important of them all. A shockwave helps, but it's not enough to complete the kills. Shut down over to Upset. 1 Baron down.
Fnatic are just trying to scatter.
Finding little things. I mean, some of them have been big, but little things in that play to keep this game still very competitive. I want to point out as well, Super on 4 items versus a Sivir who's on 3.5. So Super still has an advantage here, as indicated by the gold. And even though this Baron is taken, I am very curious as to what Fnatic can actually get with it. There are no other neutral objectives. And pushing out into sides right now, as Alvaro shows his face, is what they're trying to do. Trying to get this bot push in Dagda, as they've got inners up on every single lane to acquire some gold.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Chovy has gone for the Shadow Flame. I thought he would opt in towards the Void Staff at this stage, going up against Jojo with just how much magic resist is there. But Jojo, hiding in the bush, will spot Chovy. But again, we're kind of in a bit of a split map scenario. Mirwin pushing into this top side and Fnatic committing to this bottom lane.
Also because of the 40%, a lot of the time the burst goes past it, but I can understand with things like Galio, Xin Zhao too, that Shadow Fun's going to be more valuable for them. Regardless, MKOI here to defend, and the great thing is Varus can start poking some of them out, and Mirwin doing exactly that. The hail of arrows come through as well, and this wave is kind of stagnated. Alvaro turns it into an engage, but the shattering strike, Mickey, beautiful. He predicts the engage while a cyclone comes in, followed up with a shockwave. Elyoya brings the light of the sun into play. Now he backs off. His GA not run away. Razork ran into turret range into a Xayah. That whole sequence of play from him wasn't that great, but he will survive.
I was going to say, like, you're fine with how all that ended up operating. You managed to get that pick, or at least deny Elyoya that push on the top side, and you could have stuck around with this next wave and maybe look for some pressure on the top tier 2, but now flashless with a minute 20 until that crucial dragon.
Pushes that banana bush and this one adjacent to dragon. Mickey is just face checking. Razork sits in brush, waiting as well. MKOI trying to pick off at least somebody, as Alvaro is going to be the first target. Oscar now spotted on vision as well. Mirwin trying to poke out too, and for a game one, holy dooly. We are delivering on the precipice of my heart at the very least, and the trepidation. Big words need to be used. Elyoya, a slim miss there onto Razork.
They have zero vision where MKOI are, though. All these brushes are so dangerous to enter as Fnatic.
Oscar, he's in, invisible. Pops, Elyoya, good damage. The ball goes out, zones out as well. Mirwin tries to do the same. Dragon sits there waiting.
They know that Razork's in the bush, though. I think he was spotted on the wards as he went to go in, so MKOI aware that there we go, that dragon has started, and it's by the monkey.
Elyoya's going to face check. Razork sits there waiting to clone out, but he sits there. Burst! The burst from Oscar! And now going into a GA. It could be Fnatic 5, but Elyoya brings it back. Alvaro sends it in, and Jojo flies as well. 3-man shield to Duran. One over to Super. Jojo flashes out. The disengage is good as MKOI have lost their jungler. Mickey is dead in the dumps as well, as Oscar at full HP is the burst to look at. Shockwave, 2 members. Fight from Oscar! I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game. Mirwin left isolated as the better top is loving League of Legends today.
Who the hell is this man in the top lane for Fnatic? He is popping off on this Aurora and single-handedly denying MKOI access to this dragon.
We've got beautiful shockwaves, but hey, we've got a beautiful man looking out to see if Mirwin's in his way.
When it hits health bars, but at least should help in getting rid of some of these waves.
Oscar.
But Fnatic, I think they should get this top side.
As he goes in, Viz comes out, his auto attacks, the MP, wrong game. The mana
pressure for that Elder Dragon, 25 seconds off.
Oscar doing it again, he pops between worlds, sends Mirwin to Mars. He had to flush away to get out of the atmosphere. Now that Mirwin's got no flush and Magnustorm starts off, Alvaro goes in and he's dead in an instant. Upset stands and says, see ya. And Fnatic have 5, MKOI have 4.
Birds on the menu for Fnatic.
Mirwin, he's got no flash and he's stepping up to a rel with on the hunt, and Mickey knows his target. Easily done. Jojo will come in, but his carry is dead. Super over the wall is exhausted. He's hitting good onto Mickey, but again, with a redemption, with an ocean soul, only Fnatic can keep on fighting. A flash over misses, but it won't matter with a GA and a cyclone. It's Fnatic's day. We haven't seen them in 4 weeks, but they've been cooking good.
This has been insane from Fnatic, and Oscar Ridden leading this charge alongside Upset to take Fnatic to a Game 1 win.
A Game 1 win done in style. A Fnatic that pulled apart the pieces. 2 more to go.